Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at another 2-pack from the World of Halo line of figures from Wicked Cool Toys. This is the Spartan Mark V and I'm going to try this once. Jega Rdomnai? Maybe? Hopefully I said that correctly. I'm not familiar with the character, so I'm just going to call him Jega for the purposes of the rest of this review. But this looks very, very cool. I've been having a ton of fun with these World of Halo figures. We're getting a new Spartan, which I'm pretty excited about because I have enough Master Chief figures at this point. And then we get this dude who's just a really cool looking alien. So he comes with the kind of bladed weapon on his arm as well as the sword, which I think is really, really cool. You also get 2 of these display stands. Yeah, packaging pretty simple. You have a picture of Master Chief, says Halo on the side. Pretty basic. Pretty basic over here. Top, bottom. Spin around to the back, you got that same picture of Master Chief running. Where's he running to, man? I gotta know. He's always running. Where's he running to? In any case, I think they keep the packaging on these pretty basic so that they don't have to change it up very much from release to release. Just my personal guess. But yeah, very excited to check out these 2 figures. So I'm just going to go ahead, get them out of this box, and we can take a closer look. So here are these 2 guys out of the packaging. We'll start with the Spartan. Looks pretty good. I love that he's blue. Very fun. You have a little bit of gunmetal gray tossed in there. He does not have any giant shoulder pads, so you can actually get full rotation out of his shoulders, which is nice. Head sculpt, I think, looks great. The helmet looks fantastic. You can spin that around, up and down. I just showed off the hinge and the rotation in the shoulder. He's got a hinge and rotation in the elbow there as well. And then he's got a hinge and rotation in the wrist. The torso moves around a little bit, mostly front to back, a little bit side to side, but still kind of locks. I don't know. Like I said, maybe if you force it, you can get more, but I'm not going to chance it. You can kick not quite all the way forward. A little bit to the back, not really too much to the side. His leg armor really hinders his hip articulation there, but he does have a thigh swivel, double jointed knee, and then he's got a rock and side to side in the ankle. So all in all, he looks pretty good. Nicely detailed, nicely painted, good articulation. Solid Spartan figure. I like him quite a bit. He comes with this giant gun, which according to the box is called the shock rifle. Pretty heavy duty, I gotta say. Thing's pretty massive. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it into his hand. I already anticipate this is going to be a problem. Yeah. The problem is that the hand is kind of small, as you can see. And this is a very large, beefy handle. So let's see what we can do. Maybe if we just kind of stretch this out a bit. That kind of works. There we go. It's a little difficult, but you can get it to go. And then if I can bring this over here, get this arm out to grab underneath. Maybe if I bend this a little bit more. There we go. Now we're talking. So pretty cool. I think the weapon looks neat. It's huge, which I like. Very cool. Moving on to Jega. This guy is pretty awesome, I gotta say. He's got a lot of awesome detail. He's got a lot of articulation, a lot of good paint applications. I love the bladed wrist weapon. I don't know how to take that off, so you might just be stuck with that. But also he's got a robot arm, which I just realized. Like when I first took it out of the packaging, I just realized. I didn't realize when it was in the packaging. But that's kind of neat. So obviously he must have lost an arm at some point. Again, I don't really know anything about the character's lore, but he's got a really tight ratchet joint in that shoulder. He's got 90 degrees in the elbow. I don't think he has a bicep swivel. And then he's got a wrist swivel right there. I don't think he's got... Really, he's got a wrist hinge, I should say. I don't think he has a swivel. So the robot arm does not have nearly as much articulation. He does have a hinge and rotation in this shoulder, but it's hindered a little bit by this giant shoulder pad, as you can see right there. He does have the normal kind of hinge and rotation in this elbow. And then he's got a wrist swivel, but I don't think he has a wrist hinge. He does not. His torso, again, kind of a little bit of side to side, little up and back. The head can go back as long as you can make sure like his neck armor clears that area, but then you can also do some side to side. But it's a really cool design. Again, I don't know anything about the character, but he's got these kind of like mandibles on the side. These two look open, these are closed. I'm not really quite sure what's going on there. But it's a really, really neat design. And you can see the detail on all the armor. This armor looks kind of busted up a little bit. He's got this armor here on his thighs. He's got typical ball joint here in the hip. Now, unfortunately, I don't want to say unfortunately, but it does kind of come off fairly easily. But you just pop it right back on. So it's not that big deal. He's got kind of a little bit limited, again, just because the thigh is so big. But he's got a thigh swivel. You have some decent movement there in the hip. He's actually got two kind of knee joints because of the way his legs go back like that. So you have movement here like that. You have similar movement here down here in the like second knee, I guess I would call it. But it's a swivel and then a hinge in both. And then you have kind of a typical ankle forward and back, and then rock side to side, and you've got these crazy red spikes all over, which look pretty cool. So it's a really neat design, and I think he looks great. They did a really nice job. And then he also comes with the energy sword, which you can pop into his hand, put it in between his two outer fingers. Should be able to do so. There you go. And then he really holds out with no problem whatsoever, which is pretty cool. Now I kind of want to see if a Spartan can hold one of these as well. So let's bring in our Master Chief. It's kind of the similar situation where it's the way they make these thumbs. And I'm assuming it's supposed to be like accurate to holding a gun, but these weird little crooked thumbs, they always get in the way of trying to put accessories in their hands. It's kind of a pain, but I guess it does hold the thing in there once you actually get it done. So, I don't know. But yeah, you can get him to hold the sword. You can get Master Chief rocking that energy sword. Very cool. I like the look of that a lot. That's really sharp. I'm going to put that off to the side like that. But in any case, this is a great 2-pack. Definitely recommend picking it up. $19.99. I got mine on Target.com. They should be showing up in Target stores now, though. I haven't heard of anywhere else really having them. You could check Amazon. They might have them as well. But for $10 a figure, I think it's a great price point for these. They're nicely articulated, nicely painted. Accessories are good. Oh, I forgot to show off these little stands. They come with these little stands. And the way they work, you kind of interlock them together. And they make it like a honeycomb effect, but when you do it like that, it's literally impossible to put a third one in because you have to try to like tilt it and then put it down over two of these, and it's just not possible. Like, let me show you if I bring in one from another set over here. To try to like get this to go over and then get that, it's not happening. There's just no way that that's happening. Because you'd have to like bring it in like this, but then that's gonna hit there. And I've played with this for a while, and some of them have gotten a little bent. So if you like these, you can totally do as many as you want in a line. And you could do one like over here if you wanted to do some kind of wraparound ring, but you're never going to get because it makes it look like they want you to build a battlefield, and that's what I was thinking this was supposed to be. You know, make the honeycomb effect. Build a nice battlefield with all these, and then you can just kind of pose your figures around in whatever, fighting poses you want, and that would have been really neat. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen because you really can't, you know what I'm saying? They want you to put it in like this, but there's no way to get the teeth without having this. It's just not going to happen. So that's kind of a disappointment to me, I got to be honest, because I like these. I think they work. I like the textures. They put a lot of nice detail into them, molding and everything, but it's not going to work because you can't honeycomb them, which is kind of a bummer. In any case, that shouldn't deter you from buying the figures, because at the end of the day, the figures are great, and I don't really care about the little stands. They're just kind of a nice bonus. But both of these guys look great. Great articulation, great accessories. Really excited to pick this up, and I think the price is more than fair. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.